What's up, Latino Nation? My name is Tony Delgado, and welcome to Latino Wall Street Live here on FinTech TV. And today we have a special guest, my good friend, serial entrepreneur, Hugo Sanchez from the MOTI app. Hugo, thank you for being here, my friend.
Oh, thank you for the invite. It's actually super exciting. I was expecting an interview, but not this. I was not expecting this, so this turned out to be amazing.
So it's so funny because we were talking off camera about the story behind your ring and how you said that the next time you're going to buy another ring is when you ring the bell and when MOTI goes public. But before we dive into that, tell us, for the people that don't know, what is MOTI?
So MOTI is a combination of a bunch of things. It's a combination of video and payment, messaging, encrypted, calendar, everything that you look for when you're using Zoom, when you're using a platform like Wyzen or Upwork, except that we don't gatekeep. We've decided to let the merchant and the consumer directly connect and pay each other while we grab a percentage. While other apps are 25%, we're at 15%. If you want to record a video, our app allows that with dual consent, but directly to your device. We're not trying to collect things that we're not paying for. So we only charge 15% on the app, which is the cheapest app right now for any, whether you're a dermatologist, a tutor, a coach, or a lawyer, MOTI is a good fit for you. Why? Because it pays you direct. We use Stripe as a payment system, one of the most secure payment systems out right now in the world. So payments are directly to you at 15%. MOTI is a direct payment to anybody that uses video and uses it for business.
So it's a financial technology, but then you also have the video conferencing technology built into it.
And messaging, and calendar, and reviews to grow your brand. Everything is built in correctly, so you don't have to jump 3 to 4 apps to get this done. I don't have to go to Yelp to leave you a review, I don't have to go to Cash App to send you a payment, and I don't have to go to Zoom. Everything is there. If I want you, I book you and I pay you. It's that simple. 3 steps.
So I was very inspired when I met you at Tech Day, probably over half a decade ago now. And
it was on a napkin. I remember that.
Yeah, it was like a napkin idea, and now you've been able to actually build out this app and create it and make it a reality. I guess talk about your team, your journey as a Puerto Rican entrepreneur, maybe some of the challenges that you've come up against and how you were able to solve them.
For Latino, the first problem, that's your first challenge, being Latino. Latinos are not in big tech. Latinos are not building Zooms. They're not building a Wyzen. So there's so much hesitation to invest in somebody that say, hey, this is already done. And you're like, no, it's not. But if you could get your community behind you, and that takes time, then you could raise. Like, the idea of raising through your community and a Latino community, Latinos don't trust. And they rather spend on something they know than something they don't know. And I think that's where Latinos have a challenge. They need to be more broad and more supportive to their own community.
Well, yeah, and if you just look at access to capital in general, I mean, it's a very small percentage of venture capital money is actually going into Latino founders. We interviewed the first Mexican unicorn. The kid's 25 years old, from Y Combinator, but he was the only Hispanic in his whole cohort of other tech companies. So there's not enough Latino founders and not enough capital, I think, flowing into these organizations.
If there is, I don't know about it, and I've been looking. I was fortunate enough when I met you, you were starting your business, and you introduced me to investors. So I think the challenge is, right, it's hoping Latinos like you become super successful and then reach back down.
Yeah.
Because the idea is if we can get Latinos like you that are successful, that remember where they came from, then you're willing to reach back down. And you understand more than anybody where it bothers you at night to say, I can do more. That's why if you make it, I make it. So it's important to be supportive. And I try to tell people like that. When you see somebody, you don't get jealous. You support, because if he makes it, that means your chances just got to 99 from 100.
Yeah.
He just cleared 1 chip off the table for you. And for Latinos, they need to understand that. And I don't think they do. And that scares me. Because the world's moving a lot more faster now. And AI is going to take a lot more jobs. And unless they step into this, they're going to be out.
Well, that's what I think is really important about what you're doing with MOTI too, because you're embracing the gig economy, you're helping entrepreneurs, giving them a full solution for them to not only conduct business, collect payments and work on their own terms. So it's really, really important work. I wanted to talk a little bit about the team. I know that some of your technical co-founders had done some work for Google in the past. Your operations, chief operations officer, worked at Meta. How were you able to assemble this dream team?
So my CTO and my CCO, which they've been partners for 17 years, when I came up with the idea, the footprint, I had called them to my house and had a conversation with them and said, hey, I'm going to sell all my cleaners and I'm going to pull back $1 million to put this thing together and we're going to build something. As we were building, I was being introduced to a lot of people like you that really had placement. Then I got introduced to Josette Thompson. She was with Facebook 13 and a half years. She was part of that first crew of 2,500. Her experience, she was part of those buys, Instagram, what's up. Her experience in contracts and what they need to look like, it's 13 years. Yeah. If you work at Meta for 13 years.
Yeah, mergers, acquisitions, and then even before that, she was part of Lucasfilm.
She was that 7 years for Lucasfilm, did the whole Star Wars thing for them.
Yeah.
So experience in this business, and she brought my law firm, Oric Harrington. You don't get to Oric unless you're a Stripe, a Meta, a Snapchat.
Yeah, I don't think they have too many Puerto Rican clients.
Again, you know, it's interesting you say that, right? All that said, that even though I'm the CEO of a tech company, I don't know if they ever had a 56-year-old Hispanic male in tech.
From Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
From Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Yeah. The whole team is from Brooklyn, not Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
And knowing that type of support, that was important for me, you know?
So, for, I guess, young Latino entrepreneurs who are aspiring to get into tech, to get into finance and these industries, what advice do you have for young Hispanic entrepreneurs?
First, find your community, whether that's Latino Wall Street, NARAP, or whatever community. Find your community. Your community is going to be the basis of you being able to grow. And you're going to lose a lot of people in that community. A lot of people are not going to believe in you, but that's fine. That's where you sorted it all out. But the ones that are there will stick by you, and you're going to need them because this is a painful process, and it hurts, and there's not a lot of Latinos doing it. So being here today is probably the most important thing for me, not just as my company, but knowing that Latinos have a space now. This is serious for us, and we need to understand where we're at right now, because this is not happening every day. So for me, being here is its biggest motive.
Yeah, it's about being in the right rooms, being with the right people, and making an impact in our communities.
And look, this interview could be different. It could be a different person, but it's a Latino interviewing me. You know the value in that for a Latino born in Puerto Rico, that there's another Hispanic interviewing me? The value for me is priceless. Because I know what you drink in the morning, a cup of coffee like me. I know what you eat. I know what we eat. So I know there's a connection with us immediately. So yes, it is important. It's very important to have Latinos in places like this.
Yeah, and so that young people can look to these roles and look to these places and see people that look like them and talk like them and walk
100%.
like them. Yeah.
They have to recognize you. That little button right there means everything to a Latino right now in Puerto Rico, and they see that and they feel proud. They feel proud. That's why it's really important that we get in here and that we have a space for us to grow, whether it's in tech, finance, whatever that is. Latinos need a space here, and this is an incredible company to do this. So thank you. I really appreciate you having me here. It means the world to me.
Hugo Sanchez, thank you. Thank you for being here, my friend. Appreciate you.